What's going on, everybody?
I have no Vegas stories.
No Vegas stories?
We have Salt Lake City stories.
We sure do. Welcome back.
Hey.
To the Woodworking Morning Show. Today's show, we got some topics to talk about.
We're just going to act like we haven't been gone for a year?
Nope. Applying veneer with contact cement, using AI for image touch-up under projects, repairing an old door, the best material for a combo workbench and outfeed table, and miter gauges versus sleds. We've got a jam-packed show today.
Boom, baby.
Also, hello, everyone.
Hi.
This is where we go and acknowledge that we've been gone for a long time.
Yes.
It's been a day. We'll call it that.
Or a year. And we're still not sponsored by Dunkin'.
Still not sponsored by Dunkin'. We just wanted to say welcome back. Thank you for everybody who is joining us live today. Obviously, last couple of years have been very challenging. We're not going to talk too much about that, at least right now. We just want to get into the fun stuff and focus on the good stuff.
Super chats, Joe Lapalito.
Hey, I was going to mention it later.
How does that work?
Super chats are still a thing. If you guys want to support us with the super chats, that is super nice of you. Consider it like a tip. We really appreciate it.
We're adding some cool features to the show.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely. We also have a whole bunch of, what do you call it? Questions. It's been a while. We've got tons of questions, and if you give us a super chat and you put a question, especially if it comes with the super chat,
that's true.
That will put you to the front of the line. No matter what we're doing, we'll stop what we're doing, and we will answer that question.
We're like,
if that's
don't
what
even.
If that's what you want us to do.
Pet Norio, got a question?
Yeah. So, hey, before we begin, I wanted to do something. Nicole doesn't even know that I was going to do this. I wanted to have a moment of appreciation for Nicole.
Oh.
It's been a rough couple of years for her, for Mateo, and her enduring this storm.
You're gonna make me cry. Don't make me cry.
Of health challenges, and I really just appreciate how much she's been able to do, how far she's come to get back to where she is today, to be able to do this show again.
I was working out before I got here.
Nicole works out 3 days a week now.
Oh my gosh.
This is
like a miracle.
This is the new Nicole, and that's what she looks like in the middle of a workout.
Day. No, that was the very first day, and I was like, what am I doing?
So
thanks, I really appreciate you sharing that very private photo that I sent you.
I thought people would enjoy seeing you in action, but Nicole is back, and in so many ways, back in the business, helping me run things. It's been so... it's one of those things you don't really notice until you're out of the clouds.
You don't know what you got.
Yeah, something like that.
It's gone.
And she's been doing great, and we're glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here too.
All right, so real quick, Patreon and YouTube, still a way that you could support the show. If you support us there, every week I ask questions, or I give you an opportunity to ask me questions, and then I pull those questions. Sometimes it's for an Ask TWW video. Other times we're going to be pulling them into the show, just like we're doing today. So we do have some of your questions already preloaded. Stay tuned to the end of the show because we will have a guild giveaway.
Oh yeah.
We're going to give away a course from the chat room. We're just going to pick somebody from the chat.
That.
Yeah. And I did mention the super chats. They're still a thing. If you throw a few bucks our way, we will give you priority treatment for your question. What do you think about that? Amazing. Okay. So let's get started. I think we get into the meat and potatoes.
Oh my God, Matt. Who let you in?
Matt, okay, so everybody, please note, Matt Robinson, 1883.
Yeah.
He looks like he was born in 1883. He's one of my best friends, and he is a punk ass.
We met Matt. He came to one of the open houses I remember giving his son one of the 3D prints that I made.
He came in, he was like, I love your show.
And then I went with your brother to the local farmer's market, and he had a booth, and I needed some cutting boards because you don't make cutting boards anymore.
No, I'm far more advanced of a woodworker.
So I bought a couple things from him, and then he became one of your apprentices and helped you put a penis on your brother's
he sure
table.
did.
And now we all play Fortnite together.
That's right, we do, and so much more. So let's get into
Might as well.
the stuff. What's on the bench, kind of like we do in Wood Talk. This is what I'm working on right now. We are kind of between projects. I just finished up a table for another friend of mine, and I started to do a little bit of shop organization.
I was going to say, when do I click that?
Yeah, this is a minor detail, but it bugs me. And I saw some people making jokes already about this because of my post. It bugs me that garish red tool chest that sits behind me. I just don't like the way it looks. I love the tool chest. I hate the way it looks, and it's a
Why don't-
necessary evil.
Why don't you paint it?
No. It's not, even if it was a different color, I would still kind of hate
You
it.
could put like a wood grain on it.
So here's what I did. Look at the dramatic difference. Yes, that's right. They switched places.
He showed me this. I'm like, I don't see a difference.
And now it looks so much better, you guys. I also, you might notice, made a new top for the wooden cabinet because I needed to repurpose the other one for something else. So I think it looks great.
I'm glad you
And
like it.
the backdrop for the show, the backdrop for the live show is absolutely going to look significantly better now.
It's so nice.
Thank you very much. But I do think a little bit of shop TLC between
Sure.
projects as kind of a palate cleanser is good. I like to do that.
I know it reminds you of your space. It reminds you of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I know I do that with my craft room. I go, oh, I forgot I had this.
Yeah, and it's a different kind of fun organizing the shop and getting things cleaned up like that compared to project fun. So I do enjoy that.
Jason. Mark looks like he's already getting tired of our crap, but we aren't.
No, you guys are fine. I'm tired of everybody's crap, mostly Matt's. And now it's problematic because there's a Matt Cremona. So when I say Matt, most people are going to think I'm talking
you
about
like
Cremona.
Matt's.
No,
you
Matt's like me.
Matt's like you.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm a Matt magnet. That's what they call me. All right, so we have a new segment for this show. It's called Saw This, and it's about things that we noticed or comments we saw or conversation starters. And this one I think is particularly relevant these days with all the talk of AI. And this comes from Tim on Facebook, who made a comment recently in our Facebook group. He said, I recently finished and delivered a few pieces. I always take portfolio photos for my in my shop and in the client's home, but photography is not my strength. I put the photos into Gemini, asked it to fix the white balance and exposure, and it went much further and produced some impressive images. They do not look like AI generated to me, they just make the work look its best. Would you use AI edited photos in a portfolio? Would you add a disclaimer, or would that make people assume the whole image was AI generated? So I'm going to show you a couple of images. This is Tim's work here. So here's the original. You can see we've got a little bit of white balance challenge. There's a little too much blue in there. You got a somewhat crowded, top, and you've got the hallway on the left and a bunch of extra light switches, right? So here's what AI did for him. Pretty minor change. It's major in terms
it
of
kind of straightened it out.
It straightened out the perspective. It got rid of the extra clutter, and it just made the image look better. The real question is, did it fundamentally change his work? Does this misrepresent Tim's effort and his ability to then get another customer based on his work?
I don't think so.
In that situation, could do a back and forth real quick. Watch this. The morphing is where you really see.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it changes.
I don't think it does either. I'm going to give you another example, and this one is mine. Okay, so here's the original that my buddy Jason took the day after we delivered the table. You can see it's a morning picture. It's not perfect, and their room is not quite set up
Got
yet.
a Roomba in the back.
The Roomba is in
There's
the
a bunch
back.
of stuff on the wall.
Their chairs are facing the wall, right? It's just because they had to clear everything out. Well, here's what the AI did when I asked for a little bit of cleanup. Much better, and no fundamental change. Do a little back and forth, Nicole. Right? The piece of furniture stays exactly the same. It's just how light hits it and how the background distracts from what's going on. So the interesting thing about this is, judging from the response, almost across the board, most people in that group thought that, number one, he should disclose that they were touched by AI. And most of them thought that it was a bad thing to do, in the sense of no, you probably should not put that in your portfolio.
Do you have to disclose when something's photoshopped?
No.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is a bit of a double standard there,
It is
right?
a total double standard.
And I firmly disagree with everyone who said that he should not put those in his portfolio. I don't think this level of AI touching your work is any different than me paying my buddy John $100 to go in and brighten up the image, to maybe clean up the background a little bit, even out the colors, the contrast, that kind of professional level touch work, or even worse yet, paying a photographer to do something I would never be able to afford, to literally move the thing to a location for a photo shoot, right? Wouldn't that be the best thing to do?
Remember when we used to take your furniture and put it in the driveway in Colorado?
I mean, this is why Cremona puts his stuff outside.
Yeah.
Like, because outside, the natural light is usually one of the best ways to photograph. So it really puts people like us in a bit of a pickle when you're trying to just present your work. You don't want to change it. You just want to present it in the best light possible.
Jamie has a point here. He says, image cleanup is okay. Image generation.
100%. Do not disagree at all.
Yeah, I think that's what, unfortunately, most people are all or none, right? If I was enjoying the comments that were coming in on Marc's, because people think they know AI when they see it now.
Yep, they do.
If it looks good, then it must be AI.
So this is my fundamental problem, right? AI infiltrating everything, like that is just as bad as everything good being accused of being AI.
I know content creators, one in particular, they are a stop motion content creator. They painstakingly make this content. And their account was taken down because it was flagged as AI.
Right. Okay, well,
So
my
stupid.
example is this morning, or was it yesterday? I posted something on Facebook to announce this show. I went into Canva yesterday. I did a really crappy, amateurish job of maybe blurring the background. I put some text, I put our logo there, but Meta says AI. And I immediately had someone on Facebook say, hey, if this is AI, is this event really happening? And it's like, oh God.
They were joking,
and I don't know if they were joking. Either way, but the thing is, the question is, why does the AI prompt appear there? It was a mistaken false positive. I didn't use AI. Now, there might be some like AI automated tech in Canva's program that allowed me to do things like blur the background or whatever, but that's just automation. That's nothing new. But throw the baby out with the bathwater by saying, oh, this is AI, it's just garbage. But there is a fine line where someone has to use their judgment. What if the AI does correct some things? Like maybe your gaps weren't perfect and it makes them perfect, right? That's where it gets really sticky. I'm only talking about if you haven't misrepresented your work, you just change the background. This is no different than touch-up that we've done in the past. It's just accessible now.
I think, sorry.
You okay?
You
need a minute?
Yeah. I think a lot of times, though, people want to expect the best from others, but being on the internet shows you that there's some really crappy people out there. And I think that's where it gets hard to trust and know. And unfortunately, AI is getting so good at generating things that a lot of times you don't, like you think you know, but you don't know.
Perfect example. This is one of the comments that came in on Facebook on my picture of the table. This person accused it of being AI, and his justification, just a couple of minor light streaks, only something a human can spot, one weird leg on the glass cabinet corner. Here's the picture. This is the one.
Touched up. What are you talking about? Oh, the one in the back corner?
Yeah, the corner of the leg.
Because of the shadow.
Someone else also had mentioned, like, nice chairs facing the wall, like that the AI did that, and the light streaks in the floor, right? This is something only a human would notice.
Yeah. It's exactly.
They're also in the original. So the point is, I think the pendulum has swung dangerously too far the other way, and we have to find a balance. Because I am all for call out AI. For every honest person just touching up their furniture to put it in their portfolio and is keeping the work true to its nature, there are 10 or 20 or 100 other people using it for more nefarious reasons. That's problematic. So how do we challenge that? How do we correct it without hurting the people? You know, it's one of those things where the rules generally only hurt the honest people.
Well, and I can tell you, I actually put a post up about a AI assistant that I have been using to kind of get me. I mean, we have a very, very small business that's very weird, and it's hard to hire for, and there's stuff that needs to be done, honestly, that have just, it sat in my inbox forever. And being able, and I'm undiagnosed ADHD, helping me focus and using it as a tool, as some of you have said in the chat, especially if you're running a small business, honestly, it feels life-changing.
It can be, used in the right context. Eric Freeman has a good point. What about a disclaimer saying it was cleaned up by AI to put the work in its best light with a link? to the original.
Then I
actually like the idea
Yeah.
of linking to the original, totally fine, but I also like the idea of saying nothing. Because in the past, would we have had to say that it was photoshopped? How many magazine covers have photoshopped human beings to look different than they actually look in reality? Do they have to say this was photoshopped?
I love the behind the scenes on how to make a commercial for ice cream. It's not real ice cream. Nobody's telling you that's not real ice cream.
None of those burgers
that it's
you
Crisco.
see. Yeah, none of the burgers you see in a commercial are actual food.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Michael had a good point. He said, I used to do retouching for ad agencies. You would be shocked at the before and after. And it was ages before AI.
I would not be shocked.
I
just think people are either unaware or we've just kind of come to accept it. It's the same double standard that exists with advertising and disclosures. How many movies, TV shows, commercials, whatever it is you watch that have integrated ads in them or product placement, do they ever have to tell you about it? No, they don't. But does a dumb YouTuber like me have to tell you every little thing that was given to me or what I was paid to put in the shop? Like I gotta give you guys a whole list of things in order for me to comply to the rules. But Hollywood, it's fine. They get a pass.
I think Appo, hi Appo, is right. We're AI generated. You didn't know it.
That's right. It's pretty good though. All right, so let's move on from
right.
that. This is going to be a quick one. What did Marc just order?
Oh, geez. I saw this. I'm like, why did you order this?
Well,
when did you order this?
Last week.
Last week.
This is what Marc ordered. Can anyone guess what it is before I open it?
Is it a drill?
Nope.
I didn't look at the show notes.
I ordered one of those too. This is something I shouldn't have had to order, but I did anyway.
Ooh, it's shiny.
It's a new heat gun. Now, here's the reason
What
why.
happened to your other heat gun?
That's a great question.
You don't know where it is.
Look, guys, I know there's a lot of veterans here. I don't mean the military type. I mean older woodworkers. Is this just something that happens with age? I already bought this tool.
Yeah.
I know I bought
You're
it.
going to find it now.
I can't find it in the shop. I can't find it at home. I had to buy a new one because I got so frustrated. I don't know, did I lend it out? Did a gremlin come into the shop and steal it?
Maybe.
I don't know what
I
happened.
hope nobody walked away with it at the open
The
house.
open house? Yeah, Marc's so generous.
Marc is so
Somebody's
generous.
walking over. There's a Capex on his shoulder.
There was no price on the table.
It must have been free.
Yeah, it must have been free.
I don't know what happened to it, but I am now buying. I've gotten to the point in my career that I'm buying tools I know I have because I can't find them. The other one, a right angle drill. I ordered that today, and we'll talk about that next week.
Right angle drill.
Yeah, there's so when you have a regular drill, a lot of times if you're trying to get it into a tight space, they make smaller profile right angle drills that allow you to kind of get in that tight area. So
Heidi is right. Oreo totally took it.
he probably did. You know what? He probably sold it on the black market.
He replaced it with a dead bird.
He probably sold it to other community cats.
He's like a crow now.
Yeah. Man, that cat, he has brought in so much stuff this summer. It's ridiculous. All right. So we have another great segment for you. There is a gentleman by the name of Greg Batt. Greg has been...
Greg's in the chat.
Yeah, Greg has been helping us for the last year or so, maybe more.
Greg
How
came
long?
in right when I got really sick.
Greg came out to one of our classes that we had here at the shop. Great guy, lives in Canada, won't hold that against him. He's very, very helpful. He helps us behind the scenes with a lot of things related to the guild and just kind of keeping things running. And I wanted to incorporate Greg into the show in some way because I think Greg is a smart guy. He's a great personality, and he's got some observations and things about the community. So we got a quick little video. This is a tip. Meet Greg Batt in Canada. Find the video, Nicole. Under. There you go.
There's
Boom.
Greg. Here you go.
Let's see Greg.
So I've been woodworking for like 10 years now, and I have started to see the same patterns, the same issues emerge in my workflow again and again. I talk to my friends, they are having the same issues too. We start off our projects, we're so enthusiastic, we're ready to go and build the thing. So we print off our plans, we have our lumber, we have our cut list, we're good to go. We start to mill our boards up to get ready to build. We get through that stage to get quickly to the fun stuff, the things we want to do. We want to cut joinery, we want to refine curves. The milling part's boring, so we push through that to get to the fun stuff. But at that point, something then goes wrong. Either a joint doesn't come together like we thought it should, a panel that was flat is no longer flat, and what do we do as woodworkers? Well, we will blame ourselves. It was definitely, I cut that dovetail wrong, I didn't take my time on that mortise and tenon, I misread my tape, something that we will blame ourselves for. And look, it probably is our fault, but we're identifying the mistake a little bit late. It probably happened earlier in the process. One thing I've learned is that woodworking mistakes tend to be a little bit sneaky. Most of the time we don't see them when we start, we see them at the end or later in the project. So that milling that we rush through, that set us up for failure. The funny thing is that we will spend time doing milling and we'll rush through it, but I sanded these chairs for 3 days, and I would argue that sanding may be more boring than milling lumber. But I'll take my time sanding because I know that it will pay off in the end of the project. So I think one thing we need to take away is that milling is boring, but we have to take our time. And if you're getting frustrated in the same parts of your project like I am, maybe it's not that you're a bad woodworker. Maybe I'm not a bad woodworker. Maybe it's that we rushed through the boring parts, and that is what sets us up for success in the fun parts. So what I would say is next time you're struggling in a project, it's maybe not that you're a bad woodworker. It's that you're bad at taking your time on the boring things.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Just
Okay, good day. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug.
I think Greg brings up a great point. This is something that's a fundamental issue, and he even added on to this a little bit of a question. Why does every YouTube video skip over that stage of the process? I think that is unfortunately an obvious answer, because the general populace that wants to click through videos that the algorithm feeds videos to doesn't want that. And that's why I don't show it anymore. So when we talk about those fundamentals, that is something that finds its way into guild courses, right? We do take the time to talk about those fundamentals because Greg's absolutely right. They're critical. In a guild video, I won't show 3 days of sanding, but I will certainly convey the truth that I spent multiple days getting the sanding just right on this table. In fact, on Jason's table that I just finished, I previewed the video for that one, and I made a comment about, look, this is going to take a while. Throw on your headphones, listen to an episode of Wood Talk. If you're doing this correctly,
Or don't. It's okay.
You need to listen to Wood Talk.
You don't have to.
You must. It's something that's going to take time, and I don't want to, because you only see 15 seconds of it, I don't want you to think that you should rush through it. So I think Greg's spot on here with how much time you spend on those earlier boring stages, because if you don't have straight lumber, square edges, if you don't have all that stuff, you can't expect your joinery to come out good, because you're basically using improper reference surfaces to create the next set of things, and then you have this exacerbating kind of problem.
I thought it was really interesting when you brought my mom's old piece in.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar, Marc made my mom a very country, it killed him to make it, but it's very country little.
I'm a country boy. I fit right in around here.
Yeah, you do.
I go into the local market and I'm like, give me a sandwich and a soda. And they're like, oh, you speak our language.
But anyway, he made this like country rustic bookcase, half bookcase.
I don't know if you've heard, I'm a Flint Hill 8. A lot of people say that about me.
Okay. You keep distracting me. But I thought it was interesting. You had like swirl marks from your sanding.
Sanding swirls.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and the thing is, not every sander is created equal.
Yeah.
I was using a very inexpensive sander at the time, and I also didn't have the skill set to use it correctly or fix the things that sander was doing. I was probably skipping grits. Thing was probably bouncing all over the place. It was a pre-bought panel, pre-glued panel that I used, so it wasn't dead flat. There's a lot of reasons for it, but yeah, it's pretty messed up.
And yes, Jesse, that was a Strange Brew reference.
It certainly was.
Steamroller.
So we're going to actually call that segment with Greg the long view. And if you have any requests for Greg, you're going to start to understand like what his role is here. And I think people might even say, hey, I want to hear Greg's thoughts on X, Y, and Z.
Greg's in the chat. So
he's in the chat right now.
He's taking notes.
He's taking very careful notes. All right, so thank you, Greg. Really appreciate that. So let's look at a viewer project. Sometimes you guys will send us projects, things from the Wood Whisperer, or even things, it doesn't have to be stuff that we showed you how to build. I want to see the stuff you build. Someone just replied to our newsletter.
Yeah, I think it was, since we're trying to do more old blog style newsletter posts, it was in response to, I think, your finishing guide maybe that went out.
Okay. All right, so this is from...
not that one.
Nope, that's from me.
Nope.
So I've been woodworking for like 10 years now.
Sorry, we're just
okay, there we go.
terrible.
This is Dr. Galpin. He says, please find the attached pictures of my assembly table. I followed your plans that I purchased a year ago and reduced the size to 4x5. It is just fantastic, and I'm already getting good use out of it. Look at that. Oh, well, first of all, look at the puppers.
That's why I was like, is it Galpin?
Yeah.
Thank you for adding your puppy.
Yeah, if you put a dog in the picture, it's a surefire way that
or your kid, your dog.
Dogs or kids.
Yep.
Just keep yourselves out of it. We don't want to see humans.
Well, I like it when they're in it too.
Little humans and dogs, please. That's all we want. Great job. And I'll tell you what I like about this. I like the fact that he downsized it because not everybody has room for like a full 4x8 assembly table like I made. But this thing looks great in a smaller size.
Yeah.
Fantastic
I
job.
love it. I love
Absolutely love it. Now, we're going to put in the show notes a link to the video for this, and there is an inexpensive set of plans that you can purchase at TWW store. We'll have the link to both of those. All right, so I'm going to jump into questions, and I do have like 4 or 5.
I've been gathering the questions in the chat as well.
So here's the deal with questions. Nicole gets them live, so if you ask a question here, we will try to answer those. But I have pre-selected questions from Patreon supporters and YouTube supporters, and we'll try to get to them all, and we do try to keep the show to an hour if we can.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
30 minutes.
I'm going to jump through these. Bapu is his name from Patreon.
Babu?
Bapu, B-A-P-U. Says, I've never used veneer for a tabletop until now. In my current project, I'm trying to apply veneer using contact cement for the sides of the table, which will be 1.5 to 2 inches thick. How should I go about the process? For a dimension of 38-inch square tabletop, should I attach the veneer on plywood by dividing the pieces into 2 separate rectangles and put them together, or should I apply the veneer to the whole 38-inch ply? All right, so this is not all that different than that video we just talked about. The big assembly table, I put laminate on the top, and the process of doing that wouldn't necessarily be that different than applying paper-backed veneer or something to a large surface. So I would opt for a continuous surface. I would not break this down into smaller pieces, but watch that video because there is a technique that you might be able to use for safely laying down your veneer on that large surface. The edges, that's really just applying it. I mean, that's the thing with contact cement. You put the contact cement on the back of the veneer, you put it on the edge, and then you put those pieces together, and then you grab a J-roller or something, you know, to put a lot of pressure on there. So you're gonna wanna do that first, and then you flush trim, and then you could put the top on after that. But again, refer to that video if you want a little bit more info on a technique for how to handle something large and wide like that. And if you have a second set of hands, that's gonna help you too.
Let's see, we got question from Steve Croghan. Are you planning to attend Handworks at the Amana Colonies in Iowa, September 4th through 5th?
We hope to.
Yes.
It's in the works. We
will
have
do
to
it.
find childcare.
We're gonna go.
Or drag the kids with us. I don't know.
I'm fine with dragging them.
Yeah.
They'll just hang out in the hotel.
Handworks is
I love Handworks.
fun. It definitely.
I love how chill it is. I love that you don't have to pay for a ticket. I love that you just can register. And honestly, the only reason why you register is to get entered into their giveaways. So you can just show up.
And it is a who's who.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like famous woodworkers and people you probably follow and
You just might
read
run
their
into
books.
us. Hanging out, eating some barbecue.
We're the riffraff.
So yes, we'll be there.
Okay, question from Jesus. He says, our front door is quite old, near the style. There's actually a picture. For
Oh
this
yeah,
one,
you
Nicole.
did have a picture in here.
He says the stile near the hinges is starting to separate from the rails, with some cracks also opening up on the stile itself. I've tried to close the gaps using clamps, but the parts don't move at all. I'm afraid something could break if I apply too much pressure. I've considered filling the gaps with epoxy and maybe put some sort of thick splines to help keep the rails attached to the stile. The door is made of Douglas fir. It's about 40 years old. What would you do? And then he has a question after, which I'll address separately. The thing that bothers me is that they don't go back together. This is just a time and wood movement sort of thing. If that joint doesn't want to go back together, I wouldn't force it, because even if you put glue in there and then you were to put clamping pressure on it, think about what you're doing. You are telling that door to do something it doesn't want to do at this point. At 40 years old, it's set in its ways, Nicole. Much like us.
Much like us. Add another 10 on there for
Yeah,
me.
exactly. So I would not over force it, but I would fill it. I don't know that I would do a spline. I think these things are probably going to still hold themselves together, but I like the idea of filling those gaps with some epoxy. You might even put the door on end and drip some epoxy into the end grain to let that seep down into the joint, and just try to do a really good job of taping it off. But fill it with epoxy, because the epoxy, especially if you put some filler in there, structural epoxy, is going to be pretty good at not just filling the gap, but hopefully holding it and stopping it from continuing to spread.
Can you take like wood dust and put it in with the epoxy and make
can.
like a surrey.
A
or
surrey?
Slurry.
That's the girl on my phone. Surrey. You can make a slurry if you wanted to, and that will definitely change the look and make it look a little bit more like wood filler. I think in this case, we're talking about Douglas fir, and I think those fills probably wouldn't be that awful looking. So I would just opt for the fill.
Can you just paint it?
Paint isn't going to help anything here. You could paint it though. So I like the idea of the epoxy fill, sand it back, and then hope for the best. But I think that thing is probably going to hold on for a long while.
Yeah.
The epoxy is just going to stack the cards in your favor. Now the follow-up to the question is, in case I need to make a new one, would red oak be a good choice? I know it's not recommended for outdoor pieces, but the door sits on our porch so it doesn't get rain or sun at all. Where I live, red oak is much more accessible and cheap than white oak. Another option for me would be chestnut. That is cut and dry right there. I would not go with red oak. I would go with the chestnut. Chestnut does contain some natural tannins. They help resist decay, helps resist insects. It's also a little bit more porous, and that's important for an outdoor species because you want something that if it does get wet, if it does take on moisture, it can also lose that moisture fairly quickly. So between those two, and you can't get white oak, I would go with chestnut instead.
Tracy had a suggestion. A bow tie might be nice.
You could definitely do a bow tie. I think at some point, I guess, okay, great suggestion. I don't like it because I wouldn't like the way it looks. All of that grain running that way, and I get it, it's a fix.
Fancy.
It just, it's a Dutchman. It's something that fixes a problem, and he's absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But I feel like it would just interrupt it, and then I would paint it.
Nate says, steel straps and a lag boat.
There you go. Whatever it takes. 220, 221, whatever it takes. All right, I'm gonna do a commercial break here,
Hey,
Nicole.
a commercial break.
Commercial break.
I can't talk.
Work it out.
I know.
Do your mouth exercises, and I'll keep talking.
Rubber baby bumble.
Yeah, do that. You guys know about my book? I wrote a book quite a while ago. It's called Hybrid Woodworking.
Back when Mateo was one.
There's even a picture in the back of little Mateo in here. But my gosh, is there a lot of info packed into this book. We have a special offer going on right now on this book that you can order from us at twwstore.com. Use the code HYBRID20.
You can check out my fancy page that I made.
Okay, Nicole will put some links in the show notes and also in the chat for you guys.
That's the fancy
You want to learn more about it, right? Check it out before you make the purchase, but you want to save 20% off, use the code HYBRID20. And these are all signed books. I autograph every single one. You want something special, I could do that too. But yeah, check it out, get all the details. And this is all about how I incorporate hand tools into power tool woodworking.
Hold on just a second.
More accuracy.
You talk. I have one thing I forgot to bring.
Oh, well, that's problematic for me because I don't know what to do now.
Really?
I guess I'll just drink coffee. You see what I did back here? Got a little organized. So now all my planes fit in the till. That till has been redone maybe 3 times to accommodate. It's a problem with a till and things that are like really customized for your tools because you get stuck with, you change things and you're stuck with a particular layout and then you got to rip things apart. I think making stuff that is adjustable, I think is going to be critical in the future if I rebuild some of this stuff.
I got new stickers. Woodworking Morning Show stickers.
Wow.
So if you get a book, I'll be sure to put a sticker in there. Actually, if you get anything from the TWW store, I will give you these brand new stickers.
Zachary wants to know, plans on writing another book? No. Ideally, no.
No.
I mean, I've talked about this so many times, how hard it is to write a book. I will tell you this. I have really enjoyed discovering writing again. And it's all thanks to people like Chris Schwarz, Vic Tesselin, Brian Boggs, people who are really making a go of it and using Substack. So I do have a Substack. I didn't even think to mention it, but it is something where it's totally free, but you can subscribe if you want to support us. You don't have to. Substack is just a great platform for people who like to write. And it sort of has revitalized my desire to write more articles. And those articles also go into our newsletter that Nicole created for, what is it, the tip newsletter?
Yeah, it's like
something
if you
Tuesday
go,
tip?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, the Wood Whisperer weekly tip.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a couple times I'll just sit on the back patio with my laptop and just, it's really rekindled something in me, and it's a muscle that I haven't exercised in a long time, and I enjoy that writing process. So I will say never when it comes to the book. I would just have to have a really good reason and a seriously good direction to think that I had something to offer in another book to even go through the trouble.
I think you should do like a hybrid woodworking too. The
Electric Boogaloo? For what would I talk about?
Why? I think it's funny that we still do that reference and like
And nobody
kids
gets it?
have no idea what we're talking about.
Good thing kids aren't watching, Nicole.
That's true. There might be a kid in there.
right.
I put the link to our landing page for Essential Joinery. Somebody asked if we also have your other book, Essential Joinery.
Yeah,
And we do.
we sure do. Those
Any
are also autographed.
orders that come in, I will make sure that you get a sticker. There's also a sticker pack. We have a bunch of new stickers, so if you just want a bunch of stickers,
Little sticker fun pack.
I'll give you all the stickers we have.
All right, Zachary. I think it was the same Zachary. Building a workbench outfeed table. So combination workbench outfeed table on the table saw.
Makita saw?
Nope. Obviously, there's nothing for this one.
Okay.
Obviously, there are compromises to having all of them the same. But would you do laminated sheets of MDF, plywood, or full-on laminated boards like a traditional workbench? So we're combining workbench and outfeed table. For me, this is an easy answer. I mean, I think you can do all of them. Someone could probably make an argument for whatever material you want to use. My argument is, in order for it to be a successful workbench, it has to act like a workbench. You know what doesn't act like a workbench? A couple sheets of MDF. I mean, it can be done. It's just a downgrade. I think if you can make a laminated top that gives you enough real estate and width so that it actually functions well as an outfeed table, but it is really siding on the side of being a workbench first and an outfeed table second, I think that's the way to go. Because if you make it an outfeed table first and a workbench second, you just have situations happening where it's a physics thing, right? The energy of every chisel hit into, from the mallet to the chisel to the work, if it isn't on a stable base and something that can really absorb those hits, you just wind up losing energy, and it is not a fun way to do hand tool work. So absolutely, lean into the workbench side of it. I would say go with the laminated wood and make yourself a really, really cool workbench / outfeed table.
Hey, Dennis said he has both of your books. Every woodworker needs both in their library.
Oh, thanks, Dennis.
Dennis, I hope you're feeling better, Dennis. I know you had eye surgery.
eye surgery, right?
I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, me too.
So,
okay, I got another one here from...
can I do some? I got a bunch over here
Yeah,
too.
I'm trying to get this out of my way so I can let go of the piece of paper.
Okay. So MK at the beginning
David Letterman over here.
said, email suggests that only YouTube and Patreon members can do questions for preload, but not regular guild or guild stream. Great question. I will look into that. I got an answer to this. I had a form, but nobody used it.
Yeah, so it is tricky, and we do try to treat supporters, anyone who supports us financially, we try to give them equal treatment. One of the differences for Guild Stream subscribers or Guild members, whichever way you're interacting with the Guild, the big difference is you have a contact form that goes directly to my inbox anytime you have a question. And I know part of the
don't have to wait.
part of the appeal might be to have the question on the show.
Yeah,
so
that
I
is.
totally get that.
Would totally want that.
We can look into a way of putting a post into the Guild website, but now that's the third place I have to do that and monitor it for questions. It's just one of those things where we are like death by 1,000 cuts.
But
There's so many platforms.
I could get Victor to pull everything.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
But again, the alternative there is that you have a contact form that none of these other platforms have, where you literally put an email into my inbox that I will find and it gets flagged.
But I have that as something to dive into more.
Okay. So I do have a picture for this one. There's a question from, boy, I am not going to pronounce your name, my friend. Subishimedi386.
Subhashmed High.
That's even better than I did. He asks, are table saws with aluminum tops like the Makita MLT 100 desirable to have? Do they in any way limit the accuracy of your work? So there's an example. That is the Makita MLT 100, and he asks, is it desirable to have?
Oh, sorry.
I think we have to know the context. Is it desirable compared to getting herpes?
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
It is.
That was like...
Is it desirable in the context of table saws? I mean, not my favorite, right? If you can, obviously you want cast iron tops. Aluminum is a cheaper way to get there.
They can't all have flame table saw.
We can't all have a table saw with a flame paint job. But I'm making jokes. The point is, though, I mean, I wouldn't call an aluminum top desirable. I would say it's more desirable than an MDF top with a homemade
a wood one,
or like a circular saw screwed to the bottom.
Yeah, that's true.
But the aluminum tops,
the
aluminum tops are going to be entry-level, portable job site saws. There's nothing wrong with them. They can be a little bit harder to adjust. If you're expecting fine woodworking results out of them, you got to work a little bit harder to get those to do the job. So I wouldn't call it desirable, but I would say you have to understand them in the context that they're intended, the kind of use that they're intended for. If you really want to get deeper into fine woodworking, I truly think you have to jump up to at least the floor stander type saws or a actual, what do they call them? Contractor saw,
yeah.
or a true cabinet saw with cast iron, right? That's going to get you the results you want.
I forgot, Alex reminded me, get that granite top. Do you remember, was it AWFS, that one company?
Well, Granite was everything, yeah.
Everything.
Steel City.
Steel City.
Steel City Tools.
That was in 2000.
Granite was the big thing back then, with granite tabletops on your table saw. Then they had the granite jointer top.
Yeah.
And then now we've got like Powermatic putting their fancy coating.
I remember when they used to put granite on their tabletops.
Powermatic has like Astrolube, I think it's called.
Astrolube.
On top of their...
I think that's like, oh no, it's Astroglide.
I think it's Astroglide, yeah. They have Astroglide coating. That's an official thing. You can quote me on that one.
Oh my God.
And I know my buddy Jeff has one with Astroglide. I have to ask him how he likes it. How's the action? Is that some smooth action? Okay.
Okay.
Last one.
I hope there's no kids.
Zachary says
they
it would be over their heads.
Yeah, it would be.
You have, Zachary, this is on YouTube again. You have a full miter gauge shootout, but lately I see that you've moved to the INCRA 5000. I do have a pick for that. Do you find a huge improvement over just the gauge? So that is what an INCRA 5000 looks like. I'm actually curious because I haven't really been using that much, honestly. But that said, do I find that to be a big improvement over a miter gauge? I actually like having both. What that is to me is a sled. It's basically a very expensive commercial version of a crosscut sled that does other angles besides 90, and it's adjustable. A miter gauge is still so much easier to use. It is a small, lower profile type thing, and I still wind up using the miter gauge a lot. So it kind of depends on the work you're doing and what other tools you have. I have a miter saw, which gets a lot of the cross-cutting work done, so I don't have to use either the INCRA 5000 or my Jessam gauge, but ultimately it's a mix and it really depends. But if you do have the INCRA 5000, can that do everything that a regular miter gauge can do? I think so. It's just a laziness thing because I gotta go all the way over there, and I gotta pick it up and bring it all the way over there where I could just grab my miter gauge and go bloop bloop and it's done. Anyway, what the hell is so funny, Nicole?
The chat, I just need to.
Gotta love the chat.
I gotta.
Let me get. Okay, so here's the thing. Remember, we do have a giveaway at the end.
We do.
Let's not forget.
Yeah, we got about.
I'm done with my notes.
305 people watching.
I'm done with my notes, and we still have 15 minutes to banter with you guys, unless the camera overheats like it did the other day.
Alex wants to know if does Ron Jeremy do instructional videos for applying the Astroglide to your table saw?
If he doesn't, it's an absolute lost opportunity, and I think JPW should look. Oh. Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a bummer. I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I mean, I don't follow.
I watched him.
I don't follow the porn scene as much as you do, Nicole.
I watched him on VH1 in.
He was with
the reality show with Flavor Flav, Ron Jeremy,
Nicole.
Gary Coleman.
Sure, Jan. I'm gonna go look at your browser history.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was a great. I liked it.
You don't clear your history, right? I'm gonna go.
Okay.
You go incognito
when
you do that stuff. I know what you're doing over there. Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, let's go back to some questions.
Let's do questions.
David, after the table post, I realized the Wood Whisperer has been AI the whole time. Mm-hmm. We've been had.
It has.
I know.
It's just a good example that this stuff isn't ready for prime time.
Well, it's sort of.
Let's not talk about AI.
Okay.
Keep moving.
Okay.
I was just making a joke. You want to hear? Okay, I got something. A funny thing
from
to say.
Jamie. Mark build a new cabinet and give away the metal one. Maybe you can find a local Boys and Girls Club?
I don't want to give it away because it is super functional. I can't move the camera right now, but I'd love to show you inside my drawers. There are just things.
You want to see inside his drawers?
There's things in there that are so hard to store any other way. So even if I have some cabinets over here that I'm going to be building more drawers for, it just wouldn't be stored as efficiently. Things like files, all of my writing utensils, my drawing tools, they're all perfect for those really skinny drawers. And you make those out of wood, and the whole thing is just going to take up so much more real estate. Metal is the way to go if you just want very narrow, small, very, very concise sort of storage. Excuse me. And every single one of those drawers is jam-packed with stuff, right? So that's the thing. That's the love-hate aspect of this. I love what it does storage-wise. I hate the way it looks, and I hate that the fact that it is mobile means I do try to move it once in a while to do something. And when I move it, it absolutely buckles every floor pad that I have in here. So I don't know that replacing it is in the cards. I would like to sort of deprioritize it and find a better place for it so I can keep it, but it's not in my face all the time.
Yeah. Kevin wants to know if I've been practicing my dovetails lately. Absolutely not.
Not since that day.
Shortly after that is when I went off the rails.
Shortest hand-cut dovetail career ever. She cut the best beginner dovetails
I'm never going to get better than this.
Rob Kosman has ever seen. Yeah, she peaked on the first one. So it's all downhill from there. Yeah, no more of that.
No more of that. We got...
Oh, can I tell my Powermatic story?
Okay.
How do I get the courage to grind my chisels and plane blades for the first time?
From Hazab Fella.
Yeah, I mean, just do it.
Just do it.
What's the worst that can happen?
Well, isn't the whole point to, work the metal?
First, yeah, you got to work that metal. The first thing you want to do is determine whether you have to regrind. Obviously, you have a reason. I'm just, saying maybe you don't have to. Sometimes, if you want to change the bevel, you just kind of start creating a secondary bevel. You don't need to regrind the entire bevel to change the angle. You just do the tip. Now, if you're going the other way, sure, you might have a lot of material to remove, but I don't see, in most cases, you don't even need to grind. As far as grinding goes, if you have a good slow speed grinder, you just want to be careful, you don't want to overheat the metal, and you have a stable platform, you just go for it. And one of the things that you can do is draw lines that are perpendicular to the front edge on...
Don't you have a video on this?
No.
Oh, why not?
Because, I don't do it that often.
Oh.
If you looked at Ashley's turning course, you're going to see a lot of grinder work there for sharpening turning tools.
The bowl turning course?
Yeah. Well, both of them, actually.
Okay.
But what I like is if you have a platform, a stable platform that you could put something like a plane iron on, you can draw a couple of reference lines or even put a piece of tape there to give you an idea of what perpendicular is. And that kind of helps you as you're moving the thing back and forth to have a visual reference so you're not skewing your edge. Right? And as long as it's a slow speed grinder and you're using a fairly fine wheel on there, just take your time with it, because anything that you do there, you're going to wind up going to stones and doing a little bit of correction there anyway. But I do think, again, stepping back, decide if it's really, truly necessary to grind those things. If it is, then, like I said, just do it.
We got 10 minutes left. The way we're going to do the giveaway...
And now we dance. ...is
going to be with a keyword. I have a tool that I'm going to use to pull the winner. And it's going to pull by keyword. What do you want that keyword? So if you want to put your name into the running, don't spam it because it will remove extra ones.
Okay, so you got this thing set up.
Yeah, I have it all set up. You just need to think of the word. It doesn't have to be complicated. Astroglide?
Nipple.
No, not nipple.
Okay, Astroglide.
Yeah.
A-S-T-R-O.
Yeah.
G-L-I-D-E. All one word.
Nate even said, you guys joke, but Astroglide is worth having in the shop. But it is.
Routing cables through grommets
is made
much easier. Cables through grommets, Nate. I know what you're talking about. Astroglide, all one word.
Okay.
That's the key word for what, the giveaway?
The giveaway that will, we're still going to talk for another 10 minutes.
Okay.
So if
anytime you put it in there, Astroglide.
Anytime. So people just saying it in a...
one
so
word.
Nate, you're automatically in.
Michael Plant, good point. If you do have the option to replace the stones on there, if you don't have ones that are intended for woodworking, a lot of times grinders will come with stones that are really rough, they're usually too rough for what we're trying to do. So you can get things like Norton wheels that are more like a sharpening stone type of consistency, or CBN wheels, which are coated metal wheels that just kind of last forever. And that's what I have. I have a rough and a fine CBN coated wheel.
There's so many.
Look at all that Astroglide. Oh my gosh, in the comments. You guys are the best. Holy crap, now we're not going to be able to find questions.
Oh, sorry, Nightbot, if you do it often. Oh, by the way, Shade's in the chat. You know, the guy who was in kindergarten when we started.
Yeah, my buddy, Shade. Throwing shade at Shade.
Shade. He knew the reference to Electric Boogaloo.
Did he?
But
A man of culture.
Have you watched it?
Well, it doesn't matter. As long as he knows that it's a reference to an
reference.
old movie or something.
Did you ever
fine.
pop and lock? You know? I always wanted to be a breakdancer.
I popped and locked yesterday.
Yeah. My knees popped this morning.
Yeah, exactly. My shoulder popped and locked at the gym. Just this morning, Nicole.
David in the chat said, thanks for posting the old episodes of The Wood Whisperer. They've always been there. I've been doing a deep dive on vacuum bags this past week. And I ran into your almost 20-year-old episode on making vacuum bags. Thanks, David.
Can you believe it?
Ouch. Yeah, so we've been experimenting with live streams, obviously, but with kind of a preloaded, kind of like a TV show of sorts.
Yeah, like an old school TV channel.
Yeah,
Like,
and it just streams.
It's just running.
It's just running.
Can't go backwards, can't go forwards.
YouTube doesn't really serve our playlists. So we have on the Wood Whisperer channel, season 1, season 2, all the way up to season 20. We are celebrating 20 years.
20 years.
Of this in October.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let's play around with some live, because we've been approached by companies that want to make a fast channel on TVs with us.
Right.
And so I already have the assets in place because we did this with Amazon Prime. Amazon kicked us off because they had new policies. So there's been a gap there since, and that's why I've just kind of been. So anything you're seeing with the live stream, so like we did 72 hours of just streaming old Wood Whisperer videos. I think it was like the first 13 years of the Wood Whisperer.
Yeah.
So you got to enjoy all the comments about
how old I got,
your facial hair.
If you want to know, I mean, there aren't many people who could fulfill this experiment, right?
Yeah.
What happens to a person after 20 years of posting videos on YouTube? Go look at my first video, and now look at this. That's what happens.
Age.
Consider it a bit of a cautionary tale. Okay?
Shade, we're talking to you.
Think about it before you start making videos. Okay? It's not all it cracked up to be.
Everybody's going to comment on it. Like, oh, you aged. Yeah,
So-
that's what 20 years does.
So Windwood, a person I follow on Instagram, put up a post today, and he's like, the best part about real life, there's no comment section. And my reply to him was, do you have kids?
Yes.
Right?
Kids are comments.
Because
But
boy,
too,
do we have
oh
a
my
comment
God.
section all
Oh
day
my God.
long with those two.
Let's see. Question from PCT TAC 66.
Yep.
Did you replace your old PM 2244 drum sander? Still have it, or are you doing without?
Okay, so he's asking about the Supermax, I guess
Yeah.
he's looking at.
Yeah.
I did wind up replacing the Powermatic. I sold that.
Back
So
in
as part of the
Colorado?
move in Colorado, I offloaded a bunch of things that I just felt I could replace fairly easily when we got where we're going. You okay?
Coffee grounds. Oh,
Oh,
God.
that's the worst. I hate that. You don't want that water.
Oh, no, I don't want that one. No. That's all right.
It's
That's all
got
right.
protein powder in it.
Why does it have protein
Because
powder?
Matt makes me do it.
Matt,
He's the worst.
you don't need protein in your water.
Some people do.
Not you.
I do.
No, you don't.
I'm skinny. Anyway, I didn't bring that with me. And what I got as a replacement is a Supermax. I believe it's the 2550, I'm pretty sure. Still the cantilevered style unit with a solid base. I picked it up at Beaver Industrial here locally in St. Louis. And it is a very well performing drum sander. I can't say that I had any issues with the Powermatic. Obviously, we lost Powermatic as a sponsor, so I was trying to offload some of the baby poop yellow tools in replacing them with comparable things that were the ones I would choose. But again, that doesn't say that the Powermatic was bad. I think it was a fantastic drum sander. I liked it quite a bit, but this one is just as good. And it's a 2550, so I think it's 2550. So you got 25 inches of regular capacity, or if you do a flip, you can get 50.
Bunny Love Design says you would be the perfect person to write about the journey through being an online personality and how things have changed.
Exactly what I just said. I could even see the cover right now. 2 mugshot style images of me in 2006 and then me in 2026.
Well, if you go to our Facebook page,
and then people would be like, oh, poor guy.
I have like a 20-year span of the very first video of Marc with his, what is it? Welcome to the Gun Show.
Welcome to the Gun Show. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's been a long 20 years. Yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way.
No, we're lucky.
There have been so many.
Make no mistake. We are lucky.
So many opportunities in our lives, and like the moving that we've done. Yeah. A lot of it has been the freedom provided by running our own business. It's had its ups and downs, but honestly, if I could have had the option to, at that fork in the road, if I just stayed working in a lab or working customer service in biotech or tech service, you were still at your company
doing sales. And
would we be better off? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. And I think we've met so many.
Probably be burned out. Big time.
Well, like everybody with a 9-to-5 that they're not truly passionate about. It's tough, and we are privileged to be able to interact with and meet as many people as we've met over the years, and be able to share the craft with as many people as we have over the years. That's a privilege, and I make jokes about it, but don't mistake for a second the fact that I really appreciate where we're at with this.
I'm actually looking into, because Marc does his courses, there's a lot of stuff that I do behind the scenes for our business that I'm like, that would be kind of neat to kind of bundle all that up. And I've always said it's been really kind of cool to have a front row seat to the evolution of this industry. It's been kind of neat.
I mean, there aren't that many people still making content today that started at that time. It's a very fairly small number. Let's get these questions done and we'll get out of here.
Yep.
Jerry says, do you use 3 or 5 on your orbital sanders? So if you don't know, there is a aspect to random orbit sanders. What's it called? Stroke. You have on the Festool line a 3 and a 5. Other brands may have different ones. Other brands may only have 1. It refers to the pattern, the circular pattern that it creates. The 3 is 3 millimeters, so it essentially makes a 3 millimeter pattern. If you were to see the scratch patterns it creates in the wood and measured them, they would be 3 millimeters. On the 5, they're bigger, right? So it's 5 millimeters. So the theory is the 5 is going to be a more aggressive sander, the 3 is going to be a finer sander. So I do like having both because most of my work is done with a 5. If I only had 1, I would get the 5. But I like having the 3 because when it comes time for finish sanding and my last sanding before I actually apply the finish, I will often switch to the 3. Those smaller circles, it means a less aggressive sanding. And that works in your favor when you're trying not to scratch the surface any more than you absolutely have to, and you don't want those little pigtail swirls in there. So you don't have to have both of these. But I think if I only had 1, which is the case most people will be in, I would get the 5 because I just don't want a less aggressive sander. It's going to take longer to sand everything. Why would I want that? And you could still get good results prior to finishing with the 5. But I think you just have an opportunity to refine things with a 3.
Disco Danny says, I accidentally packed away my diamond DMT fine brush stone without wiping it down first.
Son of a gun.
Just pulled it out of storage, had a bunch of surface rust on it. Any recommendations on how to clean it?
Maybe try, what the heck is the thing? The ultrasonic cleaner might be something that you can do as long as it...
I haven't said this in a long time. Head on over to amazon.com/shop/the Wood Whisperer and you'll see there's a category and the sonic cleaner is in there.
I actually thought about doing that too. If I could fit mine in an ultrasonic cleaner, I've got some DMT stones and the diamond kind of wears out, it kind of gets packed over time. I wonder how well that would work for cleaning it. But I would probably look at an ultrasonic cleaner that may not, it depends on what you put in it, whether or not that's going to attack that rust the way that you want to. This is one I would have to research a little bit because I don't want you to mess up the stone or anything that's binding the diamond grit to the plate. I don't want to mess with that either, so I'm afraid to give specifics on this. Chat room, this might be a good place where you guys can really help out. and maybe you've dealt with this before, when you have a rusty diamond stone like that, what are you going to do with it?
I just want to give you some nice compliments that are coming in. Jeannie Grassi, hi! She said, you look better than ever,
Jeannie,
Mark.
so do you. Thank you.
And Zanked, I was wondering where you were. He just said, made it back and we're still going. We're getting ready to wrap it up. Nice little thing right here.
I just thought of
Luke.
Gazank the other day.
Yeah.
Didn't he make me the Japanese
Yep.
little tool thing?
Yep.
It's sitting right over here on
Yep.
on the air conditioner. Exactly where you hoped it would be when you gave it to me.
Like when I look at it, oh, Gazanked. Luke says, young Mark looked a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
Today's Mark
Little sus.
inspires confidence and reassures you with his experience.
So I have always said, and I have doubted that.
Yeah.
But I've always said, in the beginning, I caught so much flack from the old timers
Yeah.
who thought I was just this young punk who didn't know anything.
Well, you kind of were.
I was. Did you see the lamb chops? Easy to hate, right? But at the time, I remember saying that to Nicole, I think I just found one of the only careers that the older I look, the more people will take me seriously. And I actually was like anticipating the days where the gray would start and I could have a beard and I could look like I know what I'm talking about. Whereas back then, I just had all these like older woodworkers telling me to shut up and that I'm just good at marketing.
Yeah.
I'm better at marketing
Oh,
than
I
I am at
remember that.
woodworking.
I'm
right?
sure still people say that.
It's still true.
It's me. I'm the marketing.
It's still true though.
How about that?
But yeah, it is funny because, you know, a lot of time has gone by.
He just wants to build furniture.
That's all I ever wanted to. Yeah. But in the end, I don't know. Do looks really help you these days? I mean, I think it's changed. I do think
Yeah,
a younger.
I think so too.
You know, because again, you're trying to attract younger viewers. You can certainly attract more the better looking you are, or the younger you are.
Yeah.
But there's something for everybody. Not everybody wants to learn from those people. You might want to learn from someone who looks like he's got nothing better to do than make this video. That's what I look like.
All right. Doug said, oh, it's Doug from the February class of the Walnut Stool.
Oh, hey, Doug.
It was fantastic experience in so many ways.
Is that Dr. Doug? Wasn't Doug
I believe
the-
so, yes.
Who's
Yes,
the-
yes.
Okay. Who got a boo-boo on the sander?
Yep, I think so.
Okay. Good memory, Doug, if I'm right.
Any plans to do more courses in the future?
Yeah.
Lots of work for you, I know. Yes, we do have some courses outlined. It's just we have to put them on the schedule, organize all of that, and time it.
Well, and again, it's like I answered the Keith.
I wanna do
Keith
some
asked the
fall,
same
yeah.
question. It's tricky to do the classes that we did. I really have to think about that because I learned a lot doing those classes with you guys and how hard it is to conduct a class in a one-man shop that literally has one of everything. So you have to like make sure everybody has a good experience without as many, you know, all these bottlenecks, right? So if I could find the right project and make it accessible and make it that, you know, so it's still fun for everybody that takes the class, we would love to. And we're probably going to start with some beginner stuff, which may not be your cup of tea, but certainly on a local level, a cutting board class or something would probably
Yeah.
do pretty well. But I do want to.
Well, and
I
we
want
want
to
to
find
make
the
it,
time.
even though it would be a cutting board class, it's more about the experience.
Yeah.
And hanging out and meeting other woodworkers. By the way, if you are local, we are going to do another, open house next Friday.
week, a week from today.
Yeah, next Friday from 7 to 8. Again, don't travel for this. It's just a casual, and we're going to do these every month. But next week yeah. Next week we're going to do an open house. So if you are in the St. Louis area, feel free.
Yeah, come on by.
Come on by.
Before we do the giveaway, I want to end the show with my 2026 20-year anniversary manifesto.
Oh,
You ready?
I'm bated breath.
Yeah, I probably will have a video about this. It's been 20 years. I think having an official YouTube video, just discussing where we're at, our plans, things we've learned in the last couple of years. We've had some real, challenges that we've had to overcome. And a lot of these challenges stem from the changing environment of content creation, which is our primary bread and butter. And being, resistant to conforming to the things it wants us to do, and how hard that is to do to survive when everything tells you to do something you don't want to do. It's, maybe not so much an ethical or moral thing, but it really grinds, like the way I want to do business, it grinds against that. And we have been looking at that. We've been looking at things that we've let fall off our radar over the years and what's really important to us. And as we go into year 20 and into 21, we are really refocusing on community, as you can see with this show. with the charity event that we're not going to be
bringing
able
the
to.
charity back.
We're not going to tell you much about it, and it's going to be
little
called
teaser.
Woodworkers for a Cause because we're using the same letters, but we want to expand what causes we can support. That's coming back. Classes are more important than ever, and focusing on the guild and our community supporters, even if the numbers don't support it, even if the numbers tell us to do other things, to focus on other things, I don't want to. I don't want to just be selling product, right? That's where we went this last year, and God, was that hard. Turning a focus to just like, okay, I guess we sell products now because that's what our what we can use our channel to do so that we could survive. I don't want to do that anymore. So this is kind of my way of telling you guys your support, and when you do these little super chats, when you support us through the guild or through
join Patreon,
any of
that.
this stuff,
It's
buy the book, again, Hybrid 20 is a 20% off coupon. You do these things, it really matters because now we have to figure out a way to do more with less. We don't have as many the numbers that we used to because we aren't playing the games the way we're supposed to.
Yeah.
So it has never been more important for us to get the support from you guys so that we can continue to do this the way we want to do it, and probably talking to this audience specifically the way you want us to do it, so that we don't have to become everything else that you see out there.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of people don't even realize that we are a small business, like small. We polish a lot, and it does seem like we're a lot bigger than maybe what we are, but it's really just me, Mark, and Todd. That's it.
I think hopefully my mom's not watching.
Oh, yeah. And, well, yeah, but she's kind
But
of
we're
phasing,
not though.
yeah.
We are still small. The core
Yes.
business, me,
Still, 4
Nicole,
people.
Todd is our editor, videographer, who
got
never shoots my stuff for some reason, Todd.
He lives in Texas.
Oh, that's right. But we do have so much support from outside of that. We've
Yeah.
got, of course, Greg is a
Greg.
big help. We've got John Funk, who, for ages now has been our graphic designer and website developer. We have support. We have people who help us. And now Matt, the punk in the chat room, is actually helping us with
Talking about Fortnite.
helping us with drawings
Yeah.
and plans and stuff like that.
And when we do classes, he comes and is
He
a
was
good,
like the
he's a
assistant.
shop assistant.
Yeah, the whole time. So we have that extra support. But to your point,
Yes.
we are still a very small business. And Mom is actually moving.
Yeah.
So all of the shipping, and my mom had like literally done all of it. This past year of product focus, my mom has been busting her butt getting packages out to you guys as fast as possible, and she's going to be moving. So we're not going to have that help anymore, which means, you know what? Yeah, I saw somebody mention backside sandpaper. We will be continuing to sell that, but I need to get a manufacturer for it because I can't keep making it, right?
No.
I'm spending my time making sandpaper, packing prep and weapons, like all of these things that I have to do that are not building furniture and filming it for classes.
Yeah.
And that bugs me. So,
Woodworking.
anyway, my manifesto was done.
She didn't find out live. They're making fun of.
No. Mark did not. Mark was the one who remembered his own mother.
Yes, exactly.
Nicole forgot Mark's mother.
I know she's phasing herself out so she can move.
Yeah, but we're talking about the past year.
That's true. That's true.
And
yeah.
Shame on you.
I know. Shame
Nicole.
on me.
Shame on you. And boy, are you going to hear about this
I
one.
know I will.
All right, so let's
All
pick our
right,
winner.
Let's pick our winner. But before I do, Bruce Bartlett, hi.
Hey, Bruce.
Wants to know if we're doing an after show. Not yet.
No, I mean, we might do that.
This is the first show in a very long time. So
We're feeling it out.
We're feeling it out.
We want to see how we're trying this on for size. We're going to see how it feels. And then if the demand for an after show is there, we might consider doing one.
Oh, Robert just sent us a super chat. Thanks, Robert. You're so nice.
Oh, nice. Look, that thing does work, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it does.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, look at that.
Boom.
That's cool.
Yeah, so thank you. And if you guys are subscribing,
We're
hitting the
figuring out
like
our
button.
software.
Yeah, we're figuring some software out. Hitting subscribe, hitting the like button. If you do a super chat, some of that stuff will just pop up on screen automatically. But that's the stuff that helps us, in this live show. I'm going to tell you what, every time we posted this live show, we would lose subscribers in the past.
And that's okay.
And the new way to look at that is that's culling of the herd.
Yes.
That is making sure that the people who subscribe are really interested in what we do. The truth is, with almost 850, almost 900,000 subs right now, very few of those people are actively engaged with our content. Whether it's their fault, our fault, maybe they're not around anymore, or they're just not using YouTube, I don't know. But most of those people do not actually see our content. So you guys interacting, commenting, hitting like, all that stuff, it does help.
All right, so
All
I'm
right,
going to go
pick a winner.
through and pick a winner.
Chicken dinner.
Let's do that and this. And we have how many entries? No, that doesn't seem right.
You did something wrong,
I did
Nicole.
something wrong.
This is what you get for messing with new technology.
This is Nightbot. So giveaways,
Blame the tech.
keywords, kick out the moderators, Astroglide. Let's see. None of that. And I know this is exciting. We got anytime.
This is all working out the way I hoped.
It was like 129 people had entered.
Okay. Then I think let's pick at random through the chat.
All right. I had it. It was set. I don't like this.
All right, you're just wasting time now. I got stuff to do.
Well, all right.
All right. Ready?
All right.
Stop.
We got
Metro Mix 2003.
Metro Mix 2003.
Oh, sounds like a techno act. Techno music. Nice. All right, Metro Mix 2003. How do you want to handle them contacting you?
Please contact me, Nicole at thewoodwhispererguild.com, and I will get you a code that you can then pick any course in the guild.
You said-
and if you're not,
Did you say thewoodwhispererguild.com?
no, that actually does work.
Does it work? Okay, Nicole at thewoodwhisperer.com.
Or thewoodwhispererguild.com. It goes both.
Better be sure.
Yeah, I'm positive because
Okay.
I have it set up.
All right.
I'll put it in the chat as well, just so you don't put an H in my name. Whisper.com. And I'll get you set up.
You know what else sounds like a
You'll
really
be a
good
guild member.
techno band? Astroglide 2000. I would listen. I would go to a concert
Would you?
to listen to them.
Nice.
Okay, we're done?
I think we're done.
All right, well, listen. Thanks for dealing with this.
Yeah.
I know it was a tough hour, and I know you've had a lot to endure. We're not the easiest to listen to.
Bloxygen.
What Bloxygen say?
They just give us a super chat.
Oh, look at you. Okay, well, hey, let me say something nice about Bloxygen. If you are using oil-based finishes and you aren't squirting some Bloxygen in there when you're done, what are you doing? Why are you wasting money? You're just wasting money.
Yeah.
It's going to harden in the can. You're going to try to open it 6 months from now and be so disappointed in the fact that it's all hard and you wasted all that money. You could have just bought a very inexpensive can of Bloxygen, which, by the way, feels like there's nothing in it, but there is. You squirt that, you go squirt that in there, put the lid on, cap it up, and that finish is still fresh and good the next time
You can get it on Amazon too.
This is the cheapest ad he's ever purchased. So yeah, Bloxygen. I'm a big believer in it. I've got like 6 cans of it in my finishing cabinet. Anytime I open up an oil-based finish before I'm done, I basically displace the oxygen in there. What is it, argon in there? It's an inert gas. You just kind of pop that in there, put the lid on, and it is amazing how well it works to extend the life of your oil finishes, including your hard wax oil finishes.
So awful nice of him.
Yeah, thank you, Bloxygen. Appreciate that.
And thank you, Greg, for making your segment.
Oh, Bloxygen works on uneaten guacamole too. I wouldn't doubt that.
Where does it say that?
This guy said.
Oh my God.
He said he's heard.
I kind of want to do that.
I don't doubt it. It's it's exposure to air. I wouldn't recommend it. But
a new angle for you, Bloxygen.
I'm just saying, I think he's probably right. It would work.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I would do it to food.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they're FDA approved.
Probably not. Yeah.
But don't they do that with wine? Isn't there something you could do with wine? There's a gas that you put in there before you put the stopper back in. Helps keep it fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know wine. I don't drink wine. It's just sour grape juice to me, but you do you.
Stops
Oxidization?
oxidization.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, it was so fun.
All right, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Hopefully you see we're off to a good start.
Yeah,
I
see you
think
next Friday.
This is what you're in for. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Toodles.
Toodles. Oh. Guacamole. That was actually.
Guacamole!